Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's Greg Dixon here for the Note Center, Grow Your Money, and also for our Laptop Freedom Show. So I've have some background in investing and trading, and it hasn't always been successful. And I want to talk to you today about a platform called Netcoins. It's for investing, trading, and payments. And it's a Canadian company. It's registered with all the regular authorities. It's about as closest thing as you can come to being a solid company. And I'm gonna run through it a little bit here, and what I like about it, and why I think it's worthwhile for you to consider. And I guess I should say this is a Canadian company, and you need to be a Canadian resident in order to use it. So I would suggest that if you're not in Canada, look for a company similar to this that offers similar services with a similar amount of security to it, and you'll be off and running. So much of what I'm going to talk about are general principles, but this is how it happens in Netcoins. So before we get too carried away, I'm going to take this little banner off the screen. There we go. Hide that. Make this full size, and I'll start running through it. So this is this article is on the website. I'm gonna, before you even get carried away, I'm gonna copy it into the comments here, so people can go take a look at the article at their leisure, and follow along now if they like. So there we go. So first of all, as I gave you an introduction, the first of all is a bit of an introduction of what the company is. And here in Canada, one of the things that makes this super easy to manage your money with is it uses a thing called the Interac e-transfer, which is available in Canada, and it's super easy to send money from one bank account to another bank account. So if I'm sending money to somebody or receiving money, you can send large amounts of money. There might be a limit, $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 a day, but you can send big chunks of money, and the fees are sometimes as little as $0 or $1. So it's very cost-effective and efficient way of sending money across your own bank accounts and to other companies. And it's the mechanism that you use to get money into Netcoins. So so here we go. And one of the reasons I got involved with Netcoins in the first place is I'm a member. My brother and I are a member of a sort of a crypto investment group, and look at a number of things. And so you need a way to get money out of your bank account into some platform where you can buy cryptocurrency, Bitcoin usually, or Tron, something like that, and then ship it off somewhere else. So my experience is almost everything that we sent the money to had disappeared. They were either dicey investments in the first place, or they ran into regulatory problems, or something else happened and they went poof in the night. So, but it turns out that Netcoins itself is a pretty capable platform. It allows you to, I think right now there's something 40 different coins, including the main ones: Bitcoins, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Litecoin, Polkadot, Gala, a number of them. Some I've never heard of before, and some are pretty common. And from an investment point of view, maybe you just want to say a lot of people are saying that Bitcoin is going to increase in value over the next year. There's a couple of reasons why they think that's going to happen. So if you were to simply start up an account, put whatever you can afford, $100, a couple $100 into Bitcoin, and sat and watched it, added some from time to time, that's not a bad thing to do. This is one of the easiest ways of doing it. The transaction fees are very minimal, less than 1%, and so you can get in there without losing too much cash on the way. And but I one time, back to the laptop freedom idea, is I was looking at trading as a way of funding my lifestyle, right? So you can make money buying and trading stuff, and and somebody who's really skilled can make a lot of money. I did some options trading, and I wrote a book on options trading, and I'm pretty sure what I wrote in the book was good advice, and somebody could make it work. I just couldn't make it work, and I've got to I can explain a bit why that was. Anyway, the the Netcoins platform has, of the 40 coins, it has some all the information you need to make a decision. There are little charts. Also on the phone, the phone's kind of a black, dark mode, and in some ways is more appealing than the desktop, but this is pretty functional. And you can see here, it's showing you the pricing. This is over a 24-hour period, and this is up an upward trend. I just took this about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, I guess now, and pretty good. And that, according to my strategy, this is a good time to buy. There's an hour, 7 days, 1 month, 3 months, and 1 year. So you can get a pretty good, in about 2 clicks of the mouse, 4 clicks of the mouse. You can get a profile of where the coin is going in the moment, what it's been doing in the last day, and then you can look at overall trading, overall trends. So I'm going to write something more detailed about this, but here's an easy and safe trading strategy, and it's pretty simple. It's one of the things that sounds so ridiculously simple that to be self-evident, but buy when something is trending upwards, sell when it's trending downwards. If the longer term trend is upward, hold on to it more as an investment. So basically what I said here is don't fiddle with it unless you really are sure what you're doing, because often if it's an upward trend, if you just simply left it alone for a month, you'd probably be better off than monkeying around with it on a small thing. But um, so my strategy is I have, uh, let's say I've got 80% of something, and I'm only really playing with 20% buying and selling it. So in order to build it up overall, it's overall the market's been on a upward trend, or recently maybe even sideways, but it's not like a year or so ago where it was a pretty consistent, relentless downward trend in the stock market and in crypto, and you just really couldn't win if you held on to anything, really. So if the longer term trend is downward, avoid holding on to anything that is dropping in price. Sometimes better to sit on the cash and go for a walk, do something else, just get out of the market. Um, I just got to say, you still can make money when it's downward trending, but you have to play the rises and the dips, and that means you have to be skilled and you have to be disciplined. And so I mentioned that I had trouble with my trading system. And well, one thing is I ran out of money, which is always a bad thing. And then the other one is the optimism bias. Um, you humans are inclined to think like the price is going down, and your psychological say, okay, I just want it to turn around and go up. And it may not go up today, may not go up this week, may not go up in a year, may not ever go up. So you just because you want it to go up doesn't mean it will. I think we don't have the same bias going the other way. That's why it's so much easier to make money in any kind of market that's increasing in value, because even basically an idiot can make money, but just not squandering too early. But it's a lot harder when it's going down. And the days when I was trading, in hindsight, I went back and we were in the middle of a downward trend that we went for about a year. Um, and you can't. The problem is you can't see that trend when you're in the middle of it, really, but you can see some clues. And I certainly didn't look at the clues nearly well enough, and here I am. So anyway, even if you don't want to use Netcoins for investing, if you don't want to use it for trading, it's a fabulous card just for simply making payments. So I got basically it's a MasterCard debit card, debit MasterCard So you don't have any credit on it, but if you have money in the account, you can use it as though it were a credit card, or you can make a payment as though it was a debit card, and it pays 1% for all of your transactions in Bitcoin. So uh, rather than pay 10 to 20% on your credit card payments, and you actually get paid 1%. So that's, if you did nothing else than use it as a payment card, you'd be ahead. You'd have some money in there, and then you can trade your reward Bitcoin if you want. Um, I'm I think it's worthwhile getting the card and trying a bit of both. So one strategy is you can put in $100, and you can do small trades, um, big trades, whatever it is you want. Like $100, the minimum trade in Netcoins is $10, and and the fees are really low. So even $100, you can sit there and play with $100 for a week or so, a couple of weeks, until you get comfortable. And if you figure out if you can make my little strategy above work, just when you have some spare money, put in another $20, put in $100, whatever it is, and build it up and develop your skills. There really is no reason to ever have a losing day other than the optimism bias. If you're paying attention, monitoring it, watching it as you go, you really should. You might lose on a trade, but if you get out, you're not going to lose much. But if you consistently make better choices, you buy it as it's trending up and sell it as it's trending down, and consistently do that, you should always be positive. And most days, I'm in investing. If you can make 1% a week, that's really reliably, that can be pretty good. I think it's my goal is I'm aiming for 1% a day, and there are some days you can get lucky. Like if the other day a whole pile of things went up 5 to 10%, something went up 20%. If you happen to be holding on to those things and sold them before where they maybe dip down, you can make some good profit. So, but I would just consider this is a fun thing to do. Put in a bit of money, play with it, see if it's for you. For some of you, you've never want to sit in front of a computer doing this, and so I'm trying something. I'm going to take a look every few hours probably, and just check to see what the trend is, up or down. Make some small trades, and I'm just going to run it with it and that. And you know, if you got stuff, especially now when things are generally trending up, you can walk away from it for a week or something and not really worry about it. But you're, it, I suggest checking in at least once a day just to see where things are at and just to get a feel for it. And if you want to write things down and track what you're doing, that's good. Netcoins also has a pretty good um, report system that it sends a monthly statement, so you can track what you've done. Anyway, if you're interested in this and you live in Canada, I've got a link here. It's in the document. I guess I can put that in also uh, in the comments here. You can sign up. There's no obligation to do anything. You can sign up for an account, rummage around, take a look at it, play with it, and then if you decide that it's for you, you can fund it with $100 or as little or as much as you want to put in there. And I'll get a $25 referral if you put in $100 and buy something with it, and you will also get a $25 reward for it. So I think it's worthwhile trying. I trust this platform. I think it's going to be around for a long time, and even just simply having the payment card and using it for payments is reward enough. So I'm just going to put this in the comments. And right here, yeah, put that link in there and learn more about it. I'll stop the sharing. And anyway, thank you very much for checking in, and it's worthwhile looking at it. And I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do a little bit more presentation about a trading strategy, and it's really not more complicated than what I presented. I think simple is best here. And the operative words are having a plan, having a strategy, and having discipline to follow through with it. It's when you start making knee-jerk moves and that things can go wrong. Anyway, happy Wednesday, everyone, and have a great day. Thank you.